Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Thanks for coming on. Welcome to episode number 151 of the Bloodstick. I'm here with Will Diggins from Central Arkansas, and I'm excited to have him on to get his story on how he got to where he is today and more. So, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, how did your recruiting process start at the beginning stages of your high school career?
Um, my recruiting process was I really my sophomore year of high school, I really just started getting a little bit of attention because we had another tackle on our team that was pretty good as well. And he was starting to get offers, so I was showing up on his film. And so we had coaches offering, and then one day after a basketball game, one of my trainers texted me and was like, "Hey, just to let you know, your first offer is about to come in. Be prepared to answer the phone." And so I just remember being in the parking lot at Target and Middle Tennessee University offered me. And then once they offered me, a bunch of other schools just started offering me, calling me, and all that other good stuff.
Uh, what was the process like to finalize to attend Central Arkansas?
It was a pretty hard process. If you look at some of the offers that I had on my when I was getting recruited, UCA was not my first choice at first, but just seeing the love that Coach Brown and Coach Boyk and all the coaches here showed me, and then just hearing what they had to say to me, it was bigger than, oh, I can go to this big school and play here. But I wanted to be somewhere where the coaches love me. I know I can develop. I know I can come in as a day one starter, and so that's what ultimately fueled my decision to come here because they were on me every day. They were coming to my school to see me every day. They were sending out notes every day, making sure they called every day. And that was really the only school that did that. And I really appreciate that and I took that to heart.
Mhm. What is a typical day like for you to get ready during the off season and on game days?
During the off season, I mean, so I usually get up, I'll go get breakfast, and then we'll go have our team lift, and then I'll probably just come back for a little bit, just chill, and then I might go. Me and some of the other linemen might go out and go get a little field work or go get something to eat because we trying to still build that team camaraderie. On a game day, for me, I like to wake up an hour before we usually do our first walkthrough, just so I can get my mind right. So I'll just sit there, I'll watch a little film, then we'll go to our walkthrough, which is about like an hour and a half long, and then I'll come back and our quarterback and some of our old linemen will go out to eat your breakfast and just talk and sit there, watch college football until it's time to go to the stadium and get ready for our bear walk. And once we get done with the bear walk, once I put my headphones on, it's go time. Like I'll just tune everything else out.
Who in your family do you look up to and why?
What was that?
Who in your family do you look up to and why?
I look up to my dad the most because I mean he's a good example. I mean he wasn't really the prime athlete. I get the my athleticism and my competitiveness from my mom, but my dad is just outside of just being football. Like he showed me how to be a man, how to go about things, and stuff that he does outside of football can relate to stuff in football, like just building relationships with people. It's just who you know, being able to go out and talk to anybody and everybody. And that's just something that he's instilled in me. And then he's always showed me tough love, when everybody else is sitting there saying, "Oh, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that," he always makes sure to keep it real with me, make sure I'm level headed. If he know I had a bad game, he gonna tell me I had a bad game. He not just gonna brush it to the side and be like, "Oh, you did this, you did that." No, he gonna keep it straight with me, and I appreciate that and love him for that.
What do you like to do to get your mind off of football?
Uh, to get my mind off of football, I really just play the game with my friends. So if I'm just trying to chill and not think about football. Like this past weekend, I was just chilling. I like to either go out with my friends or we just gonna chill, play the game. Even if it is NCAA, we gonna play the game and make sure that we gonna trash talk each other, but it's all in love.
Mhm. What current or former NFL player do you compare your game to?
Who do I compare my game to? One player that I've studied a little bit just because we I would consider us both undersized offensive linemen would be Shaq Mason. He's the guard for the Texans right now. I just see some of my traits in his game. Same with the center for the Miami Dolphins, Aaron Brewer. I just see traits in my game. I know I may not always be the strongest guy out there or the biggest guy out there, but I'm gonna use my speed and I'm gonna use my leverage to my advantage. And that's something that when I watch their tape, that's something that I can see that they're doing as well.
What makes you a unique player on the football field?
What makes me unique is that let me think about this one. What makes me unique is that I don't feel like there's many people that can compare to what I do. You know, like I said, in most aspects I'll be regarded as an undersized offensive lineman. So that's unique in its own right. Not many 6'3" guys are playing offensive line or getting to a linebacker like that. Being able to move people, being able to get up to the linebacker, get to second, third level as quick as I can. I don't see like there's many people in this draft class that can do what I do from that standpoint. Also, being able to play all five positions on O line, that's just not many people can say they can do that.
Uh, what what has been your favorite memory back in high school?
Back in high school, ooh, we had a lot of good memories. But I would say, back in high school, my high school was the best high school in Arkansas. So we were winning state championships every year. So my favorite memory would probably be, you know, I mean, we won a state championship my sophomore year, junior year, and I was cool with that. But my senior year, everybody doubted us. There was like, oh, y'all just lost y'all Gatorade Player of the Year quarterback. Y'all lost all these receivers. Y'all lost all these key guys. Y'all not gonna win again. And I was like, all right, we gonna show y'all. And so we get to the state championship game, and the last couple years before that, we have been blowing out the teams in the state championship game. But we get to the game, and the first half we're thinking is gonna be a blowout, but then they sticking with us. And at halftime, my head coach was like, he put me to the side, and he was just like, "If we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be on your back." And he was like, I wasn't gonna come out in the second half because I played both sides in high school. So just being able to go out there, play both sides, even though I was dead dog tired, being able to play both sides and do it effectively and efficiently and being able to bring another state title home at the end of the day, that was probably my best memory. Being able to run over there, celebrate with my best friends for one last time on the field together, be able to go grab the trophy, go in the stands with my parents. That was a great feeling.
Uh, have yeah, I know your high school is a big recruiting high school, and do you know if any of your teammates play to this day in D1?
I actually got a couple teammates. Our right tackle that I mentioned earlier, he plays center at the University of Arkansas right now. And then we had some younger guys. We had guys that were younger than me that are in college right now. I'm not too familiar with their names because when I was playing my senior year, I really wasn't focused on trying to get to know their names. I was trying to get them to get to what level I was on. So, but I know we got a couple guys. I know my young guy, his name TJ Lindsay. He went to Auburn. Now he's at Purdue. So that's just a couple of us.
Hmm. Uh, what do you like to? What do you do to take the time to study film to better your game?
Uh, it's just something that I've learned from throughout high school. When I got to high school, I really wasn't watching film like that, and my coach called me out on it. He was like, "Will like they can see like we show them who's watching huddle and who got the most hours." and it shows that you only got like 20 minutes. And so he just showed me how to watch film. So usually I'll just go. It just depends on the week. So if we're playing on Saturday, I'll try to go watch on PFF to see who was there, who had the most plays at D tackle and DN. Mostly D tackle because that's what I'm going to be going against that week. So I'll go on there. I'll look at who had the most plays, and then I'll just mark them down in my note section of my notebook, and I'll just be like, all right, I'm gonna watch him tomorrow, and I'm gonna watch him and him the next day. So I'll just go through, watch, see what can I look at to see, all right, when they put their hand like this, they automatically gonna come out, or he's giving away if he's about to stunt, or trying to see if they stripes on their helmet is pointing away and is giving away which way they're going. So I look for stuff like that, and then I just look for like what their go-to moves are. Most D tackles go-to moves is gonna try to bull rush you. So that's easy to combat. But sometimes, they got different counters. So like when we play bigger schools, like this year we played Mizzou, but last year we played A-State. Just looking at like the different, like where everybody came from, because they usually get a lot of big name players out the portal. So you're just looking at where they came from and just seeing how they fared there, what their go-to moves was, seeing if teams went tempo against them, how, because sometimes I like to go back to my coach and just be like, hey, I know we can go tempo on these guys right here. If this lineup of linemen is in, make sure they stay in the game because they're gonna get tired quickly and they're gonna have to go down and act like they have an injury. Or I'll be like, hey coach, I'm looking at this and I'm like, the DN's a little bit light. We can run counter all day, or we can run power all day, and it's gonna work. So I'll make sure I go through, just try to watch everybody that could play, but majority watch the people that are gonna play against me, so I can have a sense of feeling like, all right, this a power guy, this a finesse guy, stuff like that.
What is your plan for this upcoming football season and for the future?
Uh, my plan, so I set my goals for team goals and personal goals. My team goal is to win an outright conference championship. My freshman year, we won a conference championship, but we were 5-6 in a new startup league. This year, my goal is to win a conference championship and ultimately get to the playoffs for the first time in a long time in UCA. And then, if it's right, go win that national championship. I feel like we got the team that can do it. We're underestimated. I feel like we got the guys that can prove that, like they're dogs and they're gonna go out there and compete every single down. Like you're not just gonna walk over us. You're gonna have to fight us for it. And then for my personal self, my goals, number one is to stay at first team all conference. That's the number one. Secondly is I was preseason third team All American. I gotta get to first team. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And not just on one list, on every list. I want everybody to know, like, when you pop on the tape, like, you can't miss Will Diggins. Then third is to get an invite to one of these Senior Bowl games to just keep expanding my name out there so I have a better chance of being drafted, or if I'm undrafted and signing with a team.
I I just wanted to wish you the best of luck this upcoming season, and I'll definitely be supporting you guys. And I can't wait to watch you on the football field, and I will stay in touch with you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.